Hi, welcome back to Orlando Experience. So today, as you can see right behind us, the Skyliner is right behind us. We're obviously at studios, but we're not heading in. We're actually heading over to the resorts along the Skyliner path because it's a nice Sunday evening. It's starting to cool off. I'm sure as the sun goes down, it's going to be very nice out. So we thought we'd take you guys along with us as we walk around the resort, maybe get a bite to eat, and see kind of the sunset from them. So we're heading on the Skyliner right now, and we'll meet you guys over there. So we have made our way off to the skyline over here, next to both Old Point Royale and Disney's Riviera, and this kind of like lakeside beach kind of feel area of the resorts. And we're walking on the walking path right now. So we've come over here off to kind of the side where Trinidad is. It's kind of by itself, as you can see on the map, because that's the main section of the resort. It's off to the side. It's right across the way from the Skyliner station. As we're coming in and walking along the waterfront, we do come across the Spyglass Grill. It's just like a quick service location. I think it is right next to the pool. So they kind of have just your normal, what you'd expect kind of quick service. They do have some specialty stuff that you wouldn't find at other quick services. They do have some cocktails and wine and sangrias and stuff like that. And some few dessert options too. But again, kind of your normal quick service offering next to a pool kind of area. So right off to the Spyglass food area right here, you do come across the pool in this area. It's just a nice little resort pool since this is the main pool off to the side. So we're heading out of this section of the resort right now, and we are heading towards the main lobby. So as we're entering the Barbados area of the resort, there's another resort pool right off to the right side. It's another one of those tiny little resort pools, so we're not even going to walk inside. So we are heading towards obviously the main pool and dining area. And as you can see, this resort also has an island right out in the middle of the kind of lake area. We're going to head out there after we head to the main lobby. So we've come across the main pool. There is a hot tub right off to the left right there. And we're walking towards kind of the slide and then the main pool area. So here's the main pool area. I do really like this pool. It's got one slide over here that's a little bit bigger. And here's the whole big pool area. And then they do have a smaller slide over to the right that is for like smaller children. There are a few water features right over there with cannons. And then right off to the right side of the pool, they do have a little kids play area. It's not huge, but it's super nice to have these things at a resort pool where it's all included in your stay. It's super nice that they do have it at all, and I think it's great for kids. It's got about looks like two slides that are connected, and then it has one slide right over there that's an interior slide. But again, I really like this pool. I think this is what you want at a resort pool. Some things to do for the kids, and if you want to relax, there's also the side pools that aren't going to be nearly as busy as this one. So as we exit the pool area, we are heading towards the main lobby. There's a ping pong table right out here near the pool. Some really nice light fixtures above. And here we come up on our entrance. Go to the food area, the lobby, and the trading post. That's going to be the gift shop. So here's kind of a look at the main lobby area. This looks like where check-in is. They do have an anniversary sign over here because they are celebrating the 35th anniversary of Caribbean Beach right now. One thing I do always like about the Disney hotels is they always kind of have an area for the kids. There's some like Disney Junior type shows on to keep them entertained while you're like checking into the room instead of them nagging you. Right off to the left over there is the gift shop. So here's the Calypso trading post. This is their, obviously, gift shop, and then this is also where you can buy snacks and stuff for your rooms. This is the 2024 merchandise. I'm not a huge fan, but I know some people like it. And then obviously you kind of have your park merchandise. Obviously here they have a lot of beach type merchandise. I do like all this Stitch stuff they have. But you're mainly going to find resort and beach merchandise here. Here's a look at actually some of the Caribbean beach stuff. Yeah, and here's where you can buy kind of like alcohol and some lunch stuff and even just drinks, either for the park or for your room. If you just need anything, you know, you can buy it here. Obviously, all this stuff is going to be a little more expensive than the grocery store because you're buying it on site. So if you have the means, I would probably suggest heading to a Target or Walmart around the area instead. So as you head off to the front of the gift shop and kind of off to the right side of check-in, you do have the Centertown Market, and this is the main quick service, I think, for this kind of area, for the whole resort. It's obviously going to have a bigger menu than those little side areas, with a lot more, you know, full meal kind of things. Not that you can't find a full meal at the other ones, this is kind of going to be more of a nice sit-down meal, though. And then right behind us, there is a grab-and-go section. This is kind of a grab-and-go area for like breakfast or other stuff like that, where you can find some fresh baked goods, drinks, and some pre-made like salad and fruit cups. Obviously good if you want to rush out to a park or you just want to grab something, go back to your room. So we walked out the same way we came in, kind of on the back side. They do have a little port area over here with the lighthouse for the different like party boats or worker boats that may need pull in here. And then we're coming up on, I think it's a sit-down restaurant right on our left side. We're going to look at the menu if there is one outside. So this is Sebastian's Bistro. It is a sit-down kind of area where you can go and have a nicer meal. You will need reservations for this kind of spot, or there might be a walk-up list. And there is a menu on the left side right here. So it is served family style, so that does mean it's all you can eat. It's not the same as a buffet though. They'll bring it to your table instead of having you get up. So as we're heading off to the left of the bistro, we are heading towards the little island that connects the two ends of the resort. So we're walking into Caribbean Cay. That is kind of the island area over here that connects kind of both the ends of the resort. There isn't actually like a whole lot to it. It's kind of a relaxing area with some hammocks. It looks like it has a little playground, and it's just kind of an area to come and relax. It honestly, it feels like more of a pathway than kind of a spot you would go, because it's kind of connecting this end of the resort over here to the main end where the main dining is, so you don't have to walk all the way around the lake or anything. Here's a look at the playground. Obviously just a tiny playground for the kids. If you're coming over here to relax in a hammock, the kids can play. They even have a little sign out here saying this is your area for enjoyment from the sunrise to sunset. Again, just super nice area with some really nice areas just to sit and look over the lake area or at the pool and watch the sunrise or sunset. It's super pretty out here. I love this little addition to these kind of resorts. I think it really makes these kind of resorts feel a little more tropical, and it makes your stay so much better. So we did sit down for a little bit and just enjoyed the sunset. We are heading over to the other side just to walk around quickly, show you a couple of the other little pools, and then we'll be heading back to the Skyliner to go over to the Art of Animation. So as we're kind of heading back towards the Skyliner, there is another pool. That is another one of the just small resort pools. We'll walk up the stairs and get a quick shot of it. As you can see, just another small resort pool area. They do seem to have some vending machines over there for some poolside drinks and snacks. And then they also have this very nice beach area that obviously has some hammocks and chairs. They have these at some of the other resorts too, other than this one. But I do love these little beach areas to just come out and chillax and kind of have the Florida experience. we've obviously made it back over here at the kind of main terminal area. We are heading over to Pop Century and Art of Animation right now. Got off the Skyliner now, and we're heading to the left towards Pop Century because I do want to buy a little thing to eat, probably over at Art of Animation. So we're going to get that last. So we'll take you guys around Pop Century. So as we're coming off straight off the Skyliner to the left, you do have the 60s side right here with all of its features. So we're heading straight back down because that is where the main lobby area is and one of the pools. So right here, there's a huge thing of Play-Doh. A few elephants on the top. And right off to the right of that is the main pool area. It doesn't seem to have any slides, but it does have a couple water features of flowers spraying down. So right off to the right of the pool, as we're walking past, there is a giant Jungle Book statue. And then we're heading right past that, kind of towards the main building. So as you can kind of see in front of us, we are coming across one of the main dining locations. Or this is kind of the main dining location. We'll be heading inside. So right off to kind of the left side of the entrance, they do have a poolside bar right here with I bet a little snack thing. They do have a cast member out here working trivia.
You did an amazing job.
So right as we walk in, there is an arcade right up to the left. Really big arcade at that. Then we do have the main merch location and dining location. So this is a really big gift shop. This is pretty standard for the value resorts considering they have a lot of people here. They do have some exclusive merch. Actually, that Spirit jersey is pretty good looking. But it is quite a big store, but obviously your normal kind of stuff where they'll have some Pop Century stuff and then usually just park stuff that you could buy instead of buying in the park. So we're coming across the main dining location for this resort. It does have lunch and dinner options and also some breakfast options. It's going to be more of a cafeteria kind of style dining since these resorts are so much bigger. They do have like different options, different stations. They do have like full pizzas here if you want to bring them back to your rooms. And then they have like a bakery section back there. Then off to our right is all the soda machines, condiments, and then right behind that is all the dining. So that right over there is the main entrance or bus transportation. We're going to come in from. Right behind us is where we came in from. Big old reception desk here. Thought we'd take you into the arcade really quick because it looks huge. So a bunch of pinball machines in here. Just a ton of arcade machines. I mean, this place is huge. For normal kind of your normal standard resort arcade, this is huge. Compared to the ones we saw at Universal lately, this is just massive. I mean, I think a lot of these have kind of derived from the Disney Quest. I think they probably got a lot more machines from that. But I think they were even big before, so they probably got some newer machines, but it was still pretty big. But yeah, huge place to come and hang out, either before or after you've come to or go to the parks for the day. So we did find a map over here. Obviously we went through the 60 area. That is right over there. We're heading into the 50s. That's this little area over here. They do have their own pool over here and a few different themed elements, so we'll go check out that. And then over on the right side we have the 70s and then the 90s and 80s. Then probably we'll head up from over there and we'll head down that path to go over to art. So as we're heading to the pool, on the left side, we do have huge Lady and Tramp statues, while on the left and right. If you look off to the right, here's the other one. And then just right off to the left is the pool. It's in the shape of a bowling pin. And it's got a big old jukebox on the back side. Obviously not as exciting as the pool as that kind of main center one. Still no slides in this pool, but it still looks very nice. I like the kind of view that you have of it with the giant jukebox in the background, and just the size of the pool is pretty good. So we're heading towards the 70s right now. We were just talking about how we think these kind of resorts, they feel very like classic Disney. We're like Caribbean Beach, a super nice resort. We love it. But it doesn't have the same feels as these classic Disney resorts, and the size and sheer mass of these Disney resorts that are just really cool to see. And they just have all the characters and stuff. So we were just talking about how we kind of like these resorts sometimes more. I mean, it kind of depends on what you're going for as the feel for your vacation. If you want a relaxing time and a chill time, you're probably going Caribbean Beach. If you want more of a Disney feeling vacation, I think these more value options are better. So as we're kind of coming from the main building section, just right off to our right here, towards the 70s, you do have a fun surf goofy photo op with a car. And then we're heading off to the left, and this is where the 70s are. So we're in the 70s part of the hotel now. They do have a giant Mickey phone as the character in this area. And then also they have almost like a little park area here. It's a giant foosball table. And as we're walking towards the 80s, they do have these fun little like color projectors on a couple of the walkways. So we're entering the 80s, kind of slash 90s area because they seem to be combined. We do have Mrs. and Mr. Potato Head right off to the middle. And then the tower like edges when you're coming into this part are giant Rubik's Cubes that I think is super cool. The lights on them look really good. They're so slightly different in the way that they're solved. So as we're walking up to the pool, as we've kind of seen, they have characters on the side, and we've got Roger Rabbit over here. And then there's a giant Walkman off to the left too. And then right in front of us is the main pool, kind of similar to the one on the other side with the jukebox, where it's got a huge kind of background to it, where it's kind of just a medium-sized pool, but it's got a giant like 90s laptop on the back side. And I also just noticed right in front of the pool area where we were standing, it's actually the giant keyboard for the laptop. And on one of the sides of the building, they do have some of the Pac-Man ghosts. But this is definitely my favorite side of the resort. I think it's definitely the most vibrant. So we are heading out of this resort right now to head over to Art of Animation. But I overall really like this resort. I like the feel of it. I definitely like this 80s and 90s area the most. I think it looks the most vibrant and kind of new looking. Not really in the sense of the years, but I think just in the coloring and everything. It just looks really nice. But we are heading across one of the walkways to head over to Art of Animation. So we're walking in from Art of Animation, kind of from the main hub of the Skyliner. Kids play area off to our left side. And then we do have Crush statue right over here. So as you can see, this whole kind of front area is all themed to Nemo. Nice play area here for the kids. Then we've got Crush above us. I do see Dory, and I'm assuming Nemo's on the right fin. Maybe, perhaps. Maybe not. Maybe it's just Dory. Here's another one of the resort pools. This is kind of just like, again, normal basic resort pool. Just kind of a pool with a few little water features off to the side. So we're heading into the main kind of lobby area with the dining. I did order a little something to eat. So obviously, again, a very similar look to the other resort because they're both value resorts. So they're going to have a similar food court area. This one does look a tiny bit smaller, but I do like the actual dining area a little bit more with all the art from the different animation movies and the cool ceiling lamp with all the fish up there. So I did end up just getting the meatball sub. It does come with a bunch of kettle chips, and then I also just got a drink. So we're going to eat real quick, and then we'll take you guys around the rest of the resort. So after we've eaten, we've come to the front area here. They do have another arcade, very, very similar to the other one in size and kind of in nature. And then here comes the front lobby area. I saw this chandelier that I thought was super cool with some like early concept art kind of drawing on it of a bunch of different animated movies. And then here's the front entrance area. And if you were wondering, the food was very good and it was pretty decently priced. One of the better meals I've actually had in a little bit. I actually liked the kettle chips that came with it. They were actually seasoned. I think they were kind of barbecue flavored. But here's the gift shop. Again, very similar to the other one. A little less open. And they'll have a little bit of a different merch in here, pivoting towards more like animation and stuff like that. And here's the Spirit Jersey for Art of Animation. They do have some ears too for Art of Animation. So I think we're heading back towards the pool area to head to the other sides of the resort. So here's a look at the map here. So this is where we are, obviously, at the animation hall. And this is the Nemo area we came to. Cars is off to the right. And then we're going to head off to the left to go up to these. And then we'll end up back at the Skyliner. And, you know, you can see right there, just like the other one, they do have a like poolside bar with a few different like food options, and it's called the Drop-Off, themed to Nemo, obviously. I just want to show that the riders were passing kind of one of the exits for the Nemo area. They do have the seagulls up. Then we're heading into the Radiator Springs or Cars Land kind of area. So obviously, just like the other area, there's going to be a few statues all around that are all Cars themed. I don't think this area has a pool, but I could be wrong. I can't remember. I haven't been to this one in a while. But I do just want to preface, this is probably my favorite of the value resorts. This one is so well themed. I love that this is all a road and all kind of themed to a desert area. It just looks great. We're coming up on the Cozy Cone Motel. It does look like there is a pool back there. It doesn't look very big though. We look right behind us. That entrance is themed to Luigi's tires. Then right off to our right we find Tow Mater. And obviously this side entrance is themed to Tow Mater. There is a pool area on the side, again with another nice big background to it. And they do have like almost little cabana areas that are all themed to the different cones from obviously the Cone Motel. But we'll walk back there to get a better view of that back area. So as we're coming on the other side of the pool, we do come to Sard's Supply Hut. It's got like a cannon on top for the sign. And then obviously the main entrance, the back side of the hotel over here, is themed to the Wheelwell Hotel. With obviously Lightning McQueen at the front here. I really like this side of the resort. I think it's themed really well. It's got a lot of characters to take pictures with. I like that the headlights are on a lot of them. And just, it's really grand looking. So we're coming up on the Lion King section after we've come back over from the Nemo area and the main, we've like crossed over all the way. Another very nice looking area. Obviously all themed to Lion King, just like the other areas. They're a solid theme. There's Simba. And I see Timon and Pumbaa in front of us. So over here at one of the entrances we have Timon and Pumbaa, and then also young Simba up there. I do like the entrances to this one. No, I think I like the Cars ones more. I like how they're kind of like a little more low-key without a giant character above them. So now we're towards the back side of the area. We have found the hyenas. Actually looks like there's a little walkthrough below them. Then we've also got Scar over here. So we are exiting this area right now. And we're heading to our last area of this resort. And that's the Little Mermaid. And we're walking into the Little Mermaid section right now. There's probably plenty of characters. I already see Poseidon right over there. So we come straight down, and we do have a statue over here, the prince. And we got Poseidon over here. We're going to head there first, and on the other side they have Ursula. So we're passing along the pool area. We do have Sebastian right there on the back side of the pool. And then on the main side of the pool over there, we do have Ariel. Out of the resort pools though, this one has already felt the most basic. It doesn't really have any water features. It's just the pool. Though that will probably make it a little more quiet. We're heading to the back side to see a few more characters. And now we're on the back side over here with Ariel. Big old statue that obviously overlooks the pool. And I think we've got just one more statue on the other side. And then our last character of the night is Ursula. Probably the biggest statue we've seen tonight. This one's almost reaching the top of the resort. So that's obviously it for the art of animation. We did a whole lap, and that's probably it for our video. So we're heading back towards the Skyliner right now, and I'll wrap up on the other side towards Hollywood Studios. So that's officially it for us tonight. Going around the resorts on the Skyliner. It was super fun. We had a pretty good night. It cooled off a lot, so it wasn't hot walking around. It wasn't too much walking because the Skyliner's there, you know. But again, we love those resorts. I especially actually like Art of Animation. I think it's super pretty. Definitely the best out of the value resorts in my opinion. It's definitely the most modern too, but I just think all the statues around it, super fun place to walk around. So if you ever get a chance or a local or you're just coming down here, I definitely suggest even walking around just any of the resorts. I think it's a fun time. If you're not wanting to spend time in the park, I think it's funner than most people think it is. Let me know if you guys like this thing, because I like doing this because I actually like the resorts. I like the theming around them, so I'd love to see what you guys think. But otherwise, like and subscribe, and we'll see you guys next time.